So the first thing I'd like to say about that is that regulation is not necessarily a bad thing. What is a bad thing is bad regulation. Right. So we're in a country called Kenya, which is actually an amazing country because we have rules and regulations and we follow the rule of law. Right. So we have the CBK amendment bill in Parliament being debated right now, and it has just passed the second reading. It shall now go to the third reading and then assented by the President. Now, what is in this bill? This bill is trying to address two major issues. It's trying to do consumer protection. This is where they're trying to say, okay, you must treat the customer in a particular way. There must be a conduct that the business must have to interact with the customer. So there will be issues around data protection, there will be issues around marketing, there will be issues about transparency, right? And if you've listened to the governor of the central bank since he began his tenure, he has certain principles he speaks about. And some of those principles include transparency, right? Customer centricity, accountability, etc., etc. So this bill is actually capturing that. The second piece is how do you make sure that the business can remain innovative, right, agile, because fintech, right, is the future of the world, not just Kenya, not just Africa. It's the fastest growing sector in the world. So what this bill is also trying to do is trying to ensure that we as the fintechs, right, are able to innovate. So I'll give you an example. Today, we can only give unsecured digital loans. In the US, almost 70% of digital loans, mortgages, are through digital loans, right? What does that mean? I am applying for a mortgage on a computer or a smartphone, and I don't ever enter a bank even once, and I can get a mortgage to buy a house.
That's an awesome.
Yeah, that is where we want to be, right? That is where we want to go. And this bill is trying to make sure that we can achieve those kinds of innovations while making sure that we protect the customer. In fact, the governor of the central bank calls it citizen centricity. Yes.